Hey, in today's episode of Drift Project, we'll be finishing up assembling the BMW, and then we'll take the car out and test how the diesel handles drifting.
Let's go!
In the last episode, there were a lot of questions and conspiracy theories that this car was built specifically for the drift course. And I'll tell you, no. It all started because we installed a movable bucket seat. And why did we install it? Because the crew will be driving this car. Secondly, when we put in the V8 engine, we want to create an option for our most dedicated viewers, where we'll invite you to the track and burn some rubber together with this car, just to share the joy we have. So that's the idea. And to answer the next question, will I be competing in races with this car?
Yes. When will that happen?
Time will tell.
That's all I wanted to say. I invite you to our episode.
Work on the 92 is constantly moving forward, although we're now at a stage where a lot is happening, but it's not entirely visible because most things are hidden or take a lot of work and aren't necessarily noticeable. Anyway, Camille will tell you more about that. But the most important thing is that we already have a training session planned for the first tests of the E92, still with the 2-liter diesel engine. In short, we'll see how this car drives, what the feeling is, and how this trusty engine that's currently installed handles it.
And now I invite you to Camille, and Camille will tell you what he's been working on lately. At the beginning, I have some good news. We finally managed to start the car. Let's turn it off, because we have the doors closed and soon we'll be coughing from the fumes of the 2-liter diesel. Don't breathe that in, it's not healthy. Before I started any work on the BMW, I first had to start up our little 2-liter diesel, and there were some problems with that after switching it to left-hand drive. It turned out there were a few problems with the wires, which unfortunately got disconnected from their places during the move, as well as with the coding of the controllers themselves. So that took a lot of time, because finding little things like a loose wire from one connector takes a while, unfortunately. But I managed to do it, the engine starts, and after this successful operation, I can move on to other things, like the brakes. As I mentioned earlier, I worked on the brakes, which means I installed a used pump, the same kind that's in the Subaru. I'm using the parts I have in the garage because we don't know if the pump will be in the same place or what the pedals will be like after changing the engine, so we're using what we've got. Of course, the pump is installed, and the lines have been run to the front, left and front to right wheels. There's also a separate reservoir to supply the clutch system. The fluid reservoir, the line goes to the actuator and then to the gearbox. Here we have another reservoir. This is the expansion tank for the power steering system. This particular reservoir is from a BMW E92, and the pump is from an E36. The hoses are kind of my own invention, so we've got quite a mix here. What's more, I also had to modify and extend some of the electrical wires, for example, to the front lights, fog lights, and things like that. I still need to set up a fan on a switch so that when starting up, I know not to overheat our diesel and a few other things that I probably don't even know about yet, but will come up along the way.
Oh, and by the way, we've actually already found rims for the E92. But you can see that in the video we recorded casually in the garage, so let's head over there. The wheel is mounted with a narrower tire, and generally this is how it looks, but the most important thing is that the tire with the rim doesn't look so bad anymore. Basically, it sticks out like this, and honestly, I'm gonna leave it like that at this stage.
This is how it looks from this side. And Camille, if you could uncover it.
In a moment.
Oh, that's what it looks like from the series.
There's a bit of exaggeration here. And here it's fine.
Unfortunately, the rim is generally bent.
We'll have to get it straightened, but the most important thing is that we have the right specs, exactly what we wanted. And when we turn here, look, full lock on WiseFab, nothing rubs, it turns nicely. And now the other way, same thing, nothing rubs, it's awesome. In the future, we might make a small change, namely a slightly wider tire, 225, because right now the rim sticks out past the tire. The rim is actually the most protruding part. When driving in tandems, If you leave marks on the doors, you often end up damaging the rim, but if the tire sticks out past the rim, then you just leave a clean tire mark. And when driving in tandems, that's a small detail, but it's pretty important. But I'll tell you, this is jammed. I'll tell you, it's in place. I like it. Here we have the remains of the whole wiring harness. That's all about the topic. Camel cut it out. And that's basically, in short, everything unnecessary in a drift car. Here, the can has already been put in, where the stock spot is in a European car. I'm actually curious how much the front will go up, because we haven't even put it on the wheels yet, right? But man, it looks awesome from the side, and even from a bit of the side too. It won't be visible very often, because most of the time, the wheels will be turned. So obviously, for daily use, honestly, it would even work for daily driving. We know people who drive on the road with wheels that stick out even more, so...
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. The most important thing is that nothing rubs or blocks the wheel. And the rest? The rest is just details. As you could see in some shots, there have been some small changes in the garage, and Kamil has made his own corner.
Yes, here we have some equipment that really makes any work on the drift cars much easier. For example, a regular sheet metal bender or a bead roller. Next we have some bench drills, which we really missed in the old garage. And for example, there's also this small lathe, which makes creating custom things much easier. It has already been used, that's why there are some chips on it. So these tools really make the process of building any car much easier and faster, whether it's a Subaru, a BMW, or another BMW, which you'll see in a moment.
Another big change in the workshop is that a second lift has been installed, which goes much higher than our first one, so Kamil can work comfortably on this BMW E46.
As you can see, the E46 is on the lift. It's not our car, neither mine nor Pavel's. It's a client's car that's undergoing a small transformation. Right now, bodywork is being done, and I hope it's almost finished. So basically, we had to create a new tunnel because there will be an engine here that has never been in this model or in any BMW before. So quite a lot of bodywork was required. So we have a new lift, we have some new equipment that you just saw a moment ago, plus there's some more new equipment behind Daniel, but you can't see it right now. So overall, the workshop has expanded a bit and got better equipped, and the more tools, the better.
Recently, there have also been big changes when it comes to the regulations. For example, in the Polish Drift Championship League. And now a sports car card is required, which is a sports car card that includes a lot of information about the car, such as the make, model, vehicle identification number, and all the homologations in the car, like the seat belts, bucket seat, fuel tank, or roll cage. So if you're planning to build a drift car, it would be good to make sure that the car you're investing a lot of money in isn't stolen, or that it hasn't been in a really bad crash, because unfortunately, things like that sometimes come up during bodywork. A quick update on the situation. Listen, the work is in full swing. To be honest, we're not recording much because I'm working, and Kamil is working too. Kamil is working on the car, and even though it's not being recorded, there's huge progress with the ride because, as you can see, right now it's a bit of an artistic mess, but the dashboard is already in place, the cockpit is in, the ignition is in, the button is in, the steering wheel is permanently installed, and in short, we have a few new buttons that I'll show you from the other side. We also have these buttons here, basically like starting up an airplane. Did you hear that? He already wanted to take off. And I won't tell you about these two because they're secret buttons. And Kamil is currently working on an element like, he's not here right now because he's welding the mount. The handbrake goes in. We've set the driver's position and the handbrake, but there's also one cool thing that came up, a short shifter. And I'm excited about it because it has this round knob here, and it's just really pleasant to the touch when you shift gears. It reminds me of those old movies, you know, with car chases, or in some old Ferraris. They always had that little round knob at the end of the gear shifter. I'm glad I managed to get my hands on such a gadget. As for the handbrake, there are already new discs in the back. Numerous other things have been accomplished. Kamil will likely fill you in on the rest when he has a chance. And now let's not disturb Kamil. I've finished work, so now I can go change into my garage clothes and get started, because today is Thursday, Friday, and on Saturday We're going for the first big tests of this ride. I'm excited, I can't wait. While Camille is working on the car, I'm getting things ready for training. Because I found a few old wheels from junkers that I've collected over the years, from Compot and other cars. So for the first training, we're actually taking these smaller wheels. But to make everything look pretty nice and consistent. In short, silver alloy wheels just don't fit at all with the E92 for me. And since the car is kind of silver graphite and has black elements, I want everything to look pretty cool, even though this is a very trial version, because these are 16s, 15s. But I also found some 17s, so it'll be drivable, and that's the most important thing. We'll take care of the visual aspect for good once there's a V8. Now we just want to enjoy the 2.0 diesel engine and get the most out of it. In short, we'll see what this little engine can do, or what it can't do. It might happen that I'll shift into third, go sideways for a moment, and the engine will blow up.
Greetings to Łukasz Tasiemski.
Kamil, how's the handbrake installation going?
Like a tick on a ball.
Did you encounter any problems during the installation?
Not at all.
Is everything going according to plan?
Of course, except according to the plan, I wanted to have this done by 12.
And what time is it?
I don't know, but probably 4 or 5 o'clock, knowing how things go. I was assembling the base for the manual one. First, we had to create it, measure it, weld it, and now spray it. And once we spray it, we can make the last part we need for the manual operation, which is the brake line that will go right here. And then you'll be able to pull the handbrake and drive.
Listen, after a short break, our big warrior is back, which means we're starting up the Delphinec. And that means it's time. Well, he got offended. He clearly got offended. Oh, but it's already better. And that means it's time to pack the tires, so we have something to burn, right? Okay, vacation under the beach mat. Not much sun generally.
But you have a little lamp.
I have a lamp and it's warm anyway. We have a wire running to the pump from the handbrake. Everything is going nicely here. It goes down there. And now we just need to install the handle. Can we call it that? The shifter is already installed. We just assembled it together with Camille. We're installing the driver's seat, tightening the struts because they're just loosely attached for now. Once they're down and the car is on its wheels, we'll tighten them and then it's time for the big test, 2.0 diesel.
Now it's still a race against time to make it.
To make it, yeah. Let's hope we manage to do it while it's still light out, although time will tell. Yes, yes.
Yes, we'll see. Time will tell.
As you heard, the BMW is ready to drive. I even buckled my seat belt. We've got the handbrake, we've got the shifter. Everything is put together. We're going for a test drive to check out the car.
I'm really excited, honestly.
Where?
Do you want to, Blady? Take a ride.
Today is not a good time.
At least take a ride to see how the handbrake works and how you think it operates. You don't have to drift. All right, let Camille drive. Let him feel what he did. He needs to calm down. We finished the test. A smile says it's all.
Basically, the car has been tested.
For the current conditions, second gear engages, so I think it's good.
It's great because the current setup allows for a large steering angle, enabling you to throw the car into a turn without locking up or spinning out. So what? In short, we're waiting for Saturday. I'm waiting for Saturday. I think the rest of the crew is too.
Finally, some driving.
Come on, move forward.
Yo, 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 welcome everyone. It's 6 in the morning or so. The crew and me, breakfast time.
Banana bread from Natalie. Thank you.
All right. We've got the E92 already packed on the trailer. And honestly, I've been waiting for this site for quite a while. I couldn't wait. Oh, I really couldn't wait for this view. And I like the ride. We did some small tests at Pontia. And honestly, everything is awesome, except that the car has a bit low power. But what can you expect from a 2-liter diesel? But I like it. The black rims finally went on. We still have suspension adjustments and other tasks ahead. For now, it's important because it was pretty easy to get it onto the trailer, and practicality is quite important. So, guys, are you ready?
Yes, we are ready.
Woohoo!
But you can see the energy, right?
Woohoo! Die is lekker. Om nom 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 nom. He was hungry.
How much did he eat?
55. We arrived in Debrecen for the Drift Day 9 event, and today we're going to test the E92 in a rather unusual spec, because just to remind you, we've got a 2-liter diesel engine in there and a full drift setup, you could say. It's got a Y-swap steering angle kit, PC racing coilover suspension, and the interior is fully prepped like a drift car. So it's a prospect of a ride with really low power, and we'll see today how it turns out. All right, we're in the E92. The car is fully fueled. We've got a handbrake, there's a shifter, a sports steering wheel, a bucket seat, and a fire extinguisher just in case. Oh, and we just need to get rid of the pressure gauge.
I saw that someone is driving over there.
Yeah, second gear is just perfect for this stretch, but if I want to take the whole curve, third gear is like, woo.
If not, after going down those, we might put on the plastic one.
I'm considering taking off my gloves as the steering wheel is slippery. I'll turn on the fan just in case.
Turn it on, turn it on. If it's 70 degrees, that's better than 110.
Exactly.
Don't say it split, because if it did, that's really bad. You got messed up.
Who? The exhaust?
The exhaust.
All right, I didn't even light the whole pack, but basically from the beginning, we have a small technical failure. Here's the culprit. This guy let go. But overall, I'm really pleasantly surprised because we've got panty tires on the back, of course. 225, 45, 17, and with tires like that, a 2-liter diesel in third gear can handle it. It's true. We also changed the differential. It's at 315 now, and I have to tell you, it goes. It's nothing crazy, but it goes. The car handles nicely, like butter. Maybe I'd tweak a few things with the Ackerman, but first, I want to burn through a few sets of tires and then we'll work on the details. First, we need to fix the exhaust. Listen, we've burned through 2 sets of tires, and honestly, I'm really happy because a 2-liter diesel in third gear gets up just fine on these tires, so it's a good option for cheap drifting. I'm really satisfied with how everything works. The car handles nicely. It's actually pretty quick. Sometimes I have to keep up, but that's the thing. Now we're just driving. I'm getting to know the car, but overall, I'm happy. Now Kamil is getting behind the wheel, and then Daniel.
Man, I have to tell you, from the outside, it looks so smooth.
It just seems that way.
This ride, it just transitions like that, without any corrections, damn.
You just let go of the steering wheel and grab it whenever you want, right? If you overdo it with the gas, nothing holds you in the back, nothing at all.
It's butter.
Have you ever used those kinds of seatbelts?
No!
Oh, so you're going to lose your virginity twice. Not only will you be sitting in a car like this, but you'll also be driving it.
Now give me those. Self-taught, but he's sitting inside by himself. He watched a bunch of YouTube videos at night.
Yes.
Oh, great. Good.
That's what he was supposed to do.
He disappeared!
Now it's already bought.
Well, the guy's already gone.
I'm really stoked. Honestly, everything here is just the way I want it. Handbrake, steering wheel, shifter. It drives like a dream. Oh, there's a crew here driving 2 cars. I don't know, yellow and blue. And damn, they pair up really well. Oh, I jinxed it.
I jinxed it, and maybe soon I'll be able to team up with them here. Are you guys driving?
Hey,
Hey! Are you guys riding or not?
we're about to start.
Maybe we should take a picture first while the BMWs are still intact.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Listen, we've just finished the tests, the first test of the E92. We literally burned through 14 tires, so a very thorough test. Wow, I'm really excited. The way this car handles, it's just amazing.
Right on the line. At the end, I had a chance to drive in pairs here with the local crew, and I just got into a flow state. I felt like I was on a simulator. I haven't had that feeling in a car for a really long time, and I'm just so happy about it. Inside, it's beautiful. I really like it. Everything is laid out just the way I want it. A huge thank you to Camille, because he put a lot of work in over the last few days to make this training happen. I'm excited. That's all I'll say, right? We're going back, packing up, and then what? Everyone's asking, what's the engine in this car? Why does it pull like that?
And it's a 2-liter diesel. Even the map is stock. We haven't changed the map, but you could do it, and there would be more power. So it's tempting to mess with it a bit, but we'll take it easy.
So how was your day?
Pretty good, despite 2 small breakdowns. At the beginning, the handbrake was holding a bit, but we had to adjust it a little more. And the next issue was a broken exhaust, but basically one of the clamps just rusted through, so we had to fix it quickly. Other than that, everything works, even the power steering from the E36 that we quickly added, hydraulic. Everything works as it should, so we just need to adjust it a bit more, the front, the steering, and the rear suspension. But overall, it's good.
How did you like driving it?
Good, but it was too short. We need to build a second one and come with 2 cars. The whole last week was successful because the car works, but the amount of nerves, let's say, that I had to spend on the car that's on the trailer behind us, no one can describe that in words. Daniel, behind the crew camera, said they were sometimes afraid to enter the workshop. And rightly so, because if I had something in my hand, or if they asked some question, I don't know how it could have ended. There were a lot of adventures to make it work the way I wanted it to, but in the end, it worked out and the car works. There was so much I had to fight with the engine, with the power steering, with the handbrake, with a cracked new brake disc that just cracked on its own. Yesterday, the car lost power completely, so even leaving was in question, because I didn't know if I'd be able to fix it, since I had no idea where to even start. In retrospect, this week won't provide pleasant memories, that's how I'd describe it.
But I think today made up for it.
That's how it always is, isn't it? You feel like destroying those cars at some point, but when you drive it later, you forget all about that. That's just how it works. Daniel found that out today.
We've already finished our training, and now a big question comes up. Should we get more power out of the 2.0 diesel, do a full-on tuning, go to the dyno, and see how much power we've gained? We're still thinking about it. We're also curious about your opinion. So, if you'd like to see a full tuning and power increase on this engine, let us know in the comments. Just write more power and we'll know you're interested. And if you want to see how this ride performs from a helmet cam, soon there will be a drift point of view video with lots of raw drifting. That's all from me, yo.